couple of days, Nigel, after the weekend, reflecting on Saturday's game?
Yes, yeah, it has been. It's not rocket science in terms of the performance, where we need to improve. But again, reflecting, and even immediately after the game, it was evident that we were creating lots of opportunities. But because of our inaccuracies, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, not only not scoring points, but also through our turnovers, giving Cornwall the opportunity to score tries, and a couple of their tries came from our turnovers. So they took them very well. They're a good side, and they're getting better. And I think even last year, I think we gave the Ospreys a tough game in the Liberty Dragons at Rodney Parade. So we knew they were going to be tough, and we knew we had to be clinical. We weren't clinical, and that's what really put us under pressure in that last period. But had we been a lot more clinical than we were, then it would have been a different story, but it wasn't. And that's the area that we've got to focus on.
What was the analysis session like afterwards in terms of the video?
It's like every week, really. You've got to keep a level head. You've got to know where you're going. You've got to keep your focus, and you've got to marry what actually happened with what was planned to happen. And I think I said after the game as well, the last try showed really what we're trying to do: to keep composure on the ball, go through the phases, and ultimately spot the opportunities. And to do that under pretty intense pressure at that time was probably the most pleasing thing of the game from my point of view. And that's what we need to focus on, and getting more of that in our game, and getting rid of some of the error.
Is continuity important now, Nigel? So you made a lot of changes from Toulouse or going into the Connacht game. How are you approaching this game?
Yeah, I think we're funneling toward probably the Osprey game and Europe after that. But to get to that stage, we have to give opportunities. We have to look at our squad. We have to make sure that we manage the squad. But I think there is real competition for places as well. So we've had to give a certain amount of opportunities. Although there'll be less opportunities within the remit of the wider squad, there'll still certainly be places to play for. I think that's all important. And really, I think one of the positives right now is how difficult it is to pick a team, and it's not from the fact that we haven't got players. It's from the fact that we've got lots of players putting their hands up and showing that they're ready now to take the shirt forward. He is, yeah.
Have you missed him?
No. No, he's got his own attributes, and he'll bring something different to what we've got. But I think the boys who have played there have done a good job. David will bring something different.
What about Irony now?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, had a really good look at them, seeing them in the Ulster game. Very good side. I'll still won the game through an interception in the last 10 minutes. And apart from that, they were matching them all the way. So a big physical side, as we all expect them to be. They've got a certain amount of quality in the side as well. They're a good team. They thoroughly deserve to be in this Magnus League, and these Italian sides are going to show that they're worthy to be in here. And I think there's a preconceived idea by most people that they're not good enough. Well, they certainly are good enough, and they're going to show that over the course of the season. And the fact that we've had two Italian teams earlier, probably not ideal because you don't get a good chance to have a look at them. But also people don't value how good they are. So they're going to be a real challenge for us. Certainly, we have to muscle up forward-wise, and we have to be far more accurate. If we can do those things, then we can go into. We can be confident of getting something out of the game. If we don't, then we won't. Well, last week, as I said, two of their tries came from when we were on the attack. So it's really the transition from attack to defence that we have to work on and really switching on. Over the years, we've definitely been a side that's focused more on attack than defence, and changing that mentality is something that takes time. And we brought a different style of defence into play this year, and again that takes time. The fact that we have chopped and changed and we've exposed quite a lot of people to those new systems maybe hasn't helped either, but I've got every confidence that we're going in the right direction, and we are going to start reducing the number of points that sides score against us. but it's a process that we're in, and we're fully committed to it. We've got good people working on it, and the players are buying into it. Albeit that at this moment in time, it's not where we want to be, but the process is moving forward.
Do you think Stephen went last weekend when he first came back?
Yeah, he went well. I think it's always difficult for players in the first game back. As much as they've been doing their pre-season and they've been starting to integrate in the rugby side of things, it's really tough to hit the ground running in that first game, and players need 1, 2, 3 games under their belt before they start to really get to where they can be. And I thought he was fine. I thought he did well. Again, that's a position where all of a sudden we've got strength and depth. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I think he needs a couple of games under his belt.
Can defend be experimental fullback? Is that something you're looking at further down the line, or did you just kind of someone not look at it?
No, Andy has played a lot of his rugby at fullback. I think the back three have a very similar skill set. They have to work very hard together, and they have an appreciation of each other's roles. So I think most wings should be able to play fullback. Having said that, I was reasonably happy with Andy. I thought his positioning was good. It's a big facet of play these days, counter-attack, and we certainly seem to get quite a lot out of it in terms of our attacking structure. And over 50% of the game comes from outside of your set pieces, and counter-attack being one of them. And I thought we took the ball back at them particularly well. We got into our shape and structure particularly well, albeit that there was far too many errors when we did that. But and the last try actually came from a kick that didn't go off the park with them, and we counted as a back three. So I think it's very important that you've got those attacking threats in the back three, and our league is complemented.
At this stage of the season, are you able to say, this is a big game for us, it's only a 4 months out? Is that too early to say things like that?
No, not really. I think it's pretty evident that it's a game we've got to win, a game we've got a target to win. And we shouldn't be frightened to say that anymore. I think in the past we've maybe hidden away from it, but no, it's a game that we've got a target to win. And we've got clear objectives for the season, and unless we start hitting some of the short-term objectives now, then we won't actually reach the end game, if you like. So very important, very important to us. I think that's maybe it's been a change in philosophy as well, because up until this point it's been about building the squad up with confidence and belief in themselves, and the tact has changed slightly in terms of actually saying, well, you're good enough now, boys. You've got to be able to deal with the pressure. You've got to front down, and you've got to be able to deal with that. And I think maybe as a result of that, we seemed a little bit nervous on occasions on Saturday, but we just got to live with that now. We've got to move forward with it, and we've got to be comfortable with it.